You were asking me before about my background, like who is Willow? Yeah, well, I wasn't always Willow, obviously. I I got the name Willow because there was a time that I was like an oak. I didn't bend, and it was like a good affirmation to be flexible. I'm also born in a metal year. 1930 is a metal year, so that has a that it gives me another cause for rigidity. And so this affirmation about Willow is works. My real name is Robert H. Jacobs. I was born November 21st, 1930, in St. Luke's Hospital in Cleveland, Ohio, during one of their biggest blizzards in their history. And I remember seeing snow in the windows in the delivery room where I was delivered. I witnessed my delivery some years later with retrograde hypnosis and a number of trainings and disciplines that I have undertaken. And I saw myself being born, and I saw my mother and myself. I was unconscious for like 2 days, and then when I was born, I saw what we talk about, the miracle. When I was born, I had no head. What does that mean? Well, having no head means there wasn't a me. I was truly at one with everything. I did not exist. And everywhere I looked, I saw my surroundings, and yet I had no head. Then one day, I fell from grace. I found my hands. Wow. Finding my hands meant that now there was a me, and there was this out there, and it was the beginning of duality as I perceive it. I mean, like, yeah, it just seems so logical. Sure, I found my hands, and that was the end of being one with everything. And so, I've hung out with a lot of in communes. I help mamas sometimes birth their children, and I watched these infants grow up, and I remember seeing at the time when they found their hands and everything changed from them. And it's just an interesting concept because in when Don Juan was teaching Carlos Castaneda about dreaming, well, he didn't. One of his associates taught Carlos. But the most pressing thing in doing dream work is you have to find your hands. Once you find your hands in your dreams, then the dream work begins. Then it starts right there. And so it took me, whoa, wow, a couple of years to find my hands and, to start doing my dream work.